Metallica finally did it! No, the boys did not go back to their classic thrash metal sound of the 1980s, nor did they produce something so innovative that it will turn heavy metal upside down, but at the same time, they did show something exceptional on their new song. The title track from 72 Seasons is out, so let's take a look at what is inside and then hopefully answer the question what actually makes this track so special. Here you go. The intro to 72 Seasons is possibly the strongest one out of the 4 songs released from this record so far. At least it definitely is in its ability to build the anticipation and shoot your adrenaline level through the roof.
Nice!
And in addition to that, it is also very old school, which I of course love. Oh, wrong clip. And let's not forget that this song, in addition to being the title track, is also the album opener, and thus it serves an important role of setting the right mood for at least the whole first half of the album, which kind of confirms our theory we discussed before, that the first 6 songs from 72 Seasons will most likely be extremely energetic and upbeat, after which Metallica will dive into a more reflective and darker side of their music, like we saw on If Darkness Had a Sun, and then pick the energy up once again to close this record. And yeah, I know that we're most likely overthinking it way too much. Oh, and I hope we can all agree that this track will definitely be a concert opener on the future tour, since it even has this perfect structure with a long intro, which can be played on tape, going into a skull-crushing main guitar riff, which does not only keep the dynamic going, but also takes it to another level. And yet, although the main riff, which by the way was released as a teaser to the track a couple of days before its release, but anyways, although it is quite sick, it does not really follow you through the entire song, like, let's be honest, here Screaming Suicide did. And although the band uses it throughout 72 Seasons, multiple tempo changes and several very thoughtful different variations James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett presented in make this track sound very diverse, without it actually having that many modulations or drastic melody changes. And speaking about that, 72 Seasons is actually the longest track out of the singles released so far, with a total running time of 7 minutes and 40 seconds. And those who are not new to the channel know that although I did enjoy the other 3 songs, 2 of those were a bit overstretched for me personally, and I would enjoy them much more if they would have been shortened and more straight to the point. And yet, weirdly enough, 72 Seasons, which is significantly longer even than the last single, does not feel like it at all, keeping its listener engaged for almost 8 minutes, and in addition to that, I believe will be a banger when played live. By the way, talking about playing live, as you most likely already heard, Metallica have just been confirmed to play at the Power Trip Festival together with Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Ozzy Osbourne, Guns N' Roses, and Tool, which you can attend for a mere and very symbolic entrance fee of just $600. So while we're having a little break here, please let us know whether you are planning on attending this festival. Because I'll be honest with you, that lineup, with the bare exception of one band for me, looks absolutely kick-ass. But anyways, I believe that, at least in parts, this track keeps you so engaged thanks to its incredible and very thought-through rhythm section. Yes, rhythm section, in which a lot is actually going on, and both Lars Ulrich and Rob Trujillo, I believe, did an amazing job on providing the steady backbone for the track, enhancing the guitar parts and vocal lines with just a right amount of fills and deviations for 72 Seasons to sound rich and solid, yet not all over the place. Which of course brings us to the most discussed part of any song whenever Metallica release a new track: Kirk Hammett's guitar solo.
Alright, here's an opportunity to be creative.
And I do know that I most likely will receive a lot of heat in the comments for what I am about to say, but I simply refuse to give in to the hype for some extra likes on YouTube and just gonna go for it. I love it! No, Kirk did not produce another creeping death-like masterpiece, and it is fairly simple and straight to the point, but in case of 72 Seasons, it fits the overall mood, and most importantly, the song's melody extremely well, having just right amount of energy in the first part of the solo, thus giving nods to Metallica's roots, yet still not shying away from harmonizing and mimicking the song's melody to make it sound modern and up-to-date. Weirdly enough, I actually believe it is the solo, which is a great indicator of what exactly Metallica did amazingly well on this song. 72 Seasons is in no way Metallica's return to their true thrash metal sound of the 1980s. Quite the opposite. It actually is the culmination of everything the band has done since the release of Death Magnetic. In a way, it is a combination of high-paced and straight-to-the-point spit out the bone, which, for the record, I believe is a great track, and if it would have been released on one of the classic Metallica albums, most Metallica fans would consider it a timeless masterpiece.
Yes, that's true.
And the intricate Halo on Fire, in such way, to me personally, combining the highest points of Hardwired to Self-Destruct, showcasing what Metallica can actually sound like in the 21st century given all of its musical baggage of the 80s and 90s, without pretending to be someone they're not and trying to please everyone around. Because here's the thing, if you think that Metallica died on And Justice for All, then let's be honest here, you most likely will not like this track. And even more, I don't think that there is anything this band can do at this point in their career to surprise you. But if you honestly enjoyed at least some of their latest outputs, then I believe this song should have done the job it was supposed to do and get you much more excited about 72 Seasons than you were before you heard it. But anyways, what do you guys personally think about the title track from 72 Seasons? And are you excited for this record? Please let us know in the comments. And as always, I just wanted to say thank you guys all for the amazing support you're showing to me, this show, and my country through this very, very difficult time. We will prevail. Slava Ukraini!